Why?
Ningyan? Why are you... Yes, we used to take painting lessons together.
You? I didn't... I hurt them. It was a mistake. I'm alone.
Thank goodness I wasn't hurt. It was so close. Part of it, I guess. I saw that painter. She looked like she was losing it. I'm talking shouting, waving her paintbrush around like she was... I might be off here, but I swear those things on her scroll started squirming around before the whole swarm of monsters exploded. They started to whack and thwack people all over the place. I was terrified and ran away as fast as my legs would take me. Not super clearly, but when I was running for my life, I heard her screaming at all those creatures, all like, "Stop! Don't do this!" I think she might have been trying to stop them from hurting people.
Oh, my head. Oh, it hurts. Only a bit. It looked like she was arguing with someone right before the weird visions appeared. I heard stuff like, "Don't stop me, I've already won, and who doesn't want fame and fortune?" That's a good thing they caught that painter. Can't imagine what could have happened otherwise. Well, I've met my fair share of artists, but none that would gamble with lives for the sake of their work.
That's strange. Huh? Oh, you're back. You figured it out already?
The painting blurs the line between reality and illusion, causing whoever sees it to experience hallucination.
So, Mingyan channeled her forte into the painting, creating temporary phantasms. People saw her abilities and spread the rumor, believing she was the arcane artist from the tale.
The monsters described in the rumors were probably just exaggerated phantasms seen by skin. In fact, I had sensed something odd at the mine, but after we met, I thought it was coming from you. So I come to think of it now, it might have been Mingyang's forte fluctuation.
So she was there at the same time we were. I didn't even notice her presence, but what could have driven her to create such dangerous paintings? From what I know of her, she doesn't seem like someone who would take such risks for personal gain. She kept squeezing my hand and trying to tell me something, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. I think she wants me to continue the investigation. Maybe there's more to this story than I thought. Besides, I don't recall her having a forte before. Maybe this has something to do with me. Huh? Are you sure? I definitely won't say no to your help. Actually, I've wanted it since we last...
to decide. To be honest, I remember meeting Ming Yang in an art studio in Jinzhou before. I wonder if she kept going there after I left. Should that be our first stop? She may have left some of her artwork behind. That could be a good start. I've never tried to investigate anything, so I'm not sure if this is the way to go. Okay, let's go. After learning about the details of the assault, we decided to push forward with the investigation to get to the truth.
Pointless! The witnesses on the scene made it clear that it was all because of Ming Yan's greedy ambition that she...
I haven't finished my statement, Mr. Baizi. Yes, this is the art studio. My memory did serve me right. Looks like she's been painting here.
Let's find the clues.
Okay. This paper. This white jade paper has a rich history. Its smooth, fine texture holds ink beautifully, exactly what you want for more delicate brush. Countless masterpieces, both old and new, were painted on this paper. Like Qinan's Voyage to Yun Mountain and Yiling's Qixi's Dawn of Spring, both two good examples. Whoops, I got carried away. Wait, there's a discount sticker on the wrapping. Yes, White Jade Hole runs a yearly sale. I attended it 2 days ago and bought paper with this same packaging. Ming Yang likely bought her paper there too. Half of the stock has already been used, which means she was painting day and night until the incident. Different papers result in different artistic effects. Real artists can always spot these differences and choose the right paper to showcase various styles. White jade paper is my absolute favorite, but because it's so expensive, I can only afford to buy it when there's a special sale. I can't pass up a great deal, so I stock up whenever I can. It usually takes a whole day to carry all the boxes home, but I must say, it's worth it. Buy 3 get 1 free, buy 5 get 2 free, and then there's the additional weekly coupons. I know everything there is to know about the discounts. We have the same painting style, and the quality of our finished works is remarkably similar. Even if we use different brush techniques, our similar styles mean we should finish a painting in about the same time. Once a painter holds a paintbrush in their hand, they won't stop until every detail meets their standards. It becomes an obsession. I guess this is... She painted so many. She painted so many. She painted so many. There is a difference. The brushwork on this one, see how heavy it is? You can tell Ming Yang was in low spirits. And this one, the strokes are light and fluid. That tells me she was happy. The feelings a painter has during the process of creation often linger in the brushstrokes without them knowing. They're present in every line, even if the artist tries to hide it. Yes, to me, painting is like a window into the heart of the artist. When words fail, these feelings... It is strange, though. She keeps reproducing the same painting over and over, using techniques that aren't her usual style. Waters and mountains rest by the pane, valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. This artwork is titled Serenity of Xiehua Village. It captures the scenic landscape seen from the village itself. Ah, the pigment! When did it get on my clothes? Huh? It came off with just a little wipe. It shouldn't come... Looks like there's stains from ink and paint that Ming Yan could have improvised her clothing as a canvas for her ideas. I used to do this as well. Whenever nature inspired me and I was short on paper, I'd paint rough outlines onto my clothes. After all, fabric used to be a common art material. Besides, using clothes does help to seize fleeting inspiration, don't you think? It's a shame the clothes are stained forever, but it's worth it to see how different inks behave on fabric. could this happen? Being picky about one's work is second nature to an artist. I'm no exception. There's never been a moment when I saw my art outshining someone else's. I've always admired my fellow artists, hoping that one day I could be as good as them. I kept painting and improving, but no matter how hard I tried, I always felt this needs to be refined. It's not quite there yet. Still short. I had these kind of thoughts every day while I painted. It started creeping into my daily life too. It's true that one might find motivation in these thoughts, but they can also lead one astray. I felt trapped for ages until I finally embrace my emotions fully and create the art my heart yearns for. This is of the greatest importance to me. But if I found myself in the same situation as Ming Yang, perhaps I'd react similarly and lose my way. She was forced into this and was looking for a way out. I can't just turn a blind eye and let them charge her. There must be a way to uncover the truth and save her. Hey, have a look at this. Seems like this pigment is homemade. But why are there herbs in it? Did she use a new recipe I'm not familiar with? Medicinal herb residue.
She must have been making medicinal remedies recently. This must be the...
These herbs were used for medicine. Oh, so those plants I saw in the pharmacy weren't just for decoration. I've never tried myself. When I get sick, my family always brought me remedies and soups. I never thought about how they were made. Sorry, I'm just not very... I think... No, I might... Nothing. It's just a thought. I might be wrong. Then... The vase must have been on that cabinet, judging by where it fell. Looks like the cabinet used to be over there, but something bumped into it, and that's why the vase got knocked over. I bet the water on the floor is from the fishbowl. Well, why is that watermark in the shape of a gold puff? Okay, I figured it out. That must be the reason. Rover will definitely be impressed with my... A gold puff jumped out of the fishbowl, knocking over the vase and causing it to shatter on the floor. Then it landed on a pile of paintings. Realizing it was in trouble and afraid of getting scolded, it slipped out of the window. Why wouldn't they? My family used to have an aquarium at home with lots of gold puffs. I thought it was a... Sorry. I need to improve my investigation skills. Is that so? I'll practice more often. Oh yes, these are phantasms I can create with my brush. They only exist for a short while. I haven't done this for a long time. I'm a bit rusty now. Yes, I rarely need to use my forte in daily life. When it comes to painting, I prefer the traditional way, It helps me to understand my progress and improve my skills. And artwork created with Forte is indeed mesmerizing, nearly flawless. But that's not my goal. So, I've used this ability less over time. But it's fine to use it for the investigation. Yes, it could be related to my... Someone broke into the studio looking for something, or trying to steal something. Probably something tied to Ming Yang's painting. However, they were startled by something unexpected, and in their panic to escape through the window, collided with the cabinet, causing the vase to fall.
This might be related to the Shangyun art exchange and Ming Yang's breakdown. Let's follow.
The clues from the studio led us to an exiles camp. There, we found new clues that pointed to a hidden player. The trolley is worn. Maybe it carried something very heavy. Could it be they transported ore, made pigments from them, and then moved the pigments elsewhere? Could the buyers Mr. Shilang mentioned be the ones who stole the ore? Scarlet thorn, indigoite, and other ore. I took a look and noticed that these pigments were handcrafted from these specific ores. Standard pigments adhere well and last a long time, but these makeshift pigments smear with the slightest touch. I did mention this back in the studio, when my clothes got stained by Ming Yang's pigments. Did she buy these low-quality pigments from the exiles? But why did these people break into her studio?
Who are you?
Hello. We are...
If it's her paintings you're after, why are you here?
She wasn't in her studio, so we thought we could ask around.
I see. Just wait for her here. When she leaves, it usually doesn't take long for her to return. Know her. We go way back. She's okay in our books. Though she hasn't had the easiest run either. She helped us out a while back. Guess you could call us friends. She even gifted us a painting. It's somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. We're no fancy connoisseurs, but even we can tell that girl can paint.
I kind of like it myself. It's lively, bright, almost like you could touch the freedom and joy she felt.
Can't recall anything noteworthy.
My guess? She's dabbling in some new, secretive art piece. I spotted her taking risky stabs at painting out in the wild.
Well, now that you mention it, I do remember her talking about making art you could step into. But her little art excursion stirred up some unstable frequencies. We warned her, but did she listen? Nope.
That's right, I saw her paintings myself. Tried to steer her clear, and what do I get? A lecture. Artists. Always on their own.
Sorry to interrupt, but mind if I ask what you normally do for a living?
Us? Oh, the usual. A bit of hunting, no, not many jobs around. Just enough to
I have an idea. Yes, I think neither of these exiles nor Mingyan has told the truth. I noticed some of the exiles' hands were blackened. The thought suddenly hit me. What if it's from constant exposure to ink? If so, they must be making a lot of pigments and ink sticks. The painting they showed us and the artworks in the studio, they all match what Mingyan described in her diary. Her diary shows us she had major mood swings, which really affected her art. All these strange things started happening after the Shenyun Art Exchange got involved. Good idea. I hear people talking. Okay, I'll use my terminal to record.
Oh, Mr. Beitzer stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Mingyan's paintings to the Shanyuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint, and our order is gonna be late.
Hey, watch yourself. I just did what I always do. She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that mess? Luckily, I slipped away, and the patrollers didn't suspect me. It's no big deal. I pinned it all on Mingyan, so we're...
Someone was here earlier asking about her case. No patrollers, but do you think they could find out what we did?
Doubtful. They might notice we're making pigments here, but that's it.
It doesn't matter if they find out. We pose as exiles. And what doesn't an exile do?
But we should be careful. Remember what Mr. Beitzer warned us about. Keep these things on the down low. And if anyone...
So the Shenyun Art Exchange has been involved in Mingyan's case right from... No wonder they got all shifty when we brought up Mingyan earlier. Yingfeng, it was his signature on Mr. Shizan's transaction record.
When I asked him about the incident, he put all the blame on Mingyan, saying she had ulterior motives. The exiles we questioned during the day did the same. trying to divert attention, and these distractions led us to concentrate solely on Ming Yang, ignoring other possible angles.
I have a theory, but we need that batch of paintings they mentioned to test it. But there's so many more people in the camp now. How should we get in? They might hide all the evidence if we barge in like that. Okay.
This should do the trick. Now, let's see what information we can find inside the camp.
Never thought I'd get worn out from something this light. Wow. Thanks. I'll go take a breather then. Right, the rest of the supply...
I can't believe the number of painters involved. They know where they all live too.
These addresses are not too far from each other. So, the Art Exchange must be managing its network by this camp is likely the hub for this district. Handling transportation and...
Judging from the list, it looks like they're still searching for artists to create forgeries. These paintings are all fakes. I don't remember the real ones circulating. How has this managed to be kept from the public for so long?
If they go through the ports, it'll be harder for anyone to ever notice. Not to mention the threats from the Shanyun Art Exchange. We should look for more clues.
I want out of this.
Impossible. We've never had anyone quit from a deal. Besides, you've already taken...
You can have the money back. Every penny of it. I just want out, please. I won't make it difficult for you.
You think we'll let you go just like that after seeing our entire operation? You know what? Could work something out, but it'll come at a small fee.
What do you want?
A dead person tells no tales. That's everything from our talk yesterday, boss. She's still holding her cards close.
Keep an eye on her for now. If she tries anything...
Understood.
This must be the warehouse they were talking about. There's still some leftover ink lying around. They're all from the list. This batch is all Serenity of Shehua Village. Ming Yang's work. These aren't just simple copies anymore. It's obvious now. She was working with them to create forgeries. In the end, this is the path she chose. I suspected as much, though I couldn't quite... I mean, I wasn't sure until I saw the paintings myself. Wait, this painting. It's the Serenity of Shehua Village original, not a copy. Oh, I see it now. This was the painting they stole from the studio. These copies, They're almost identical to the original, but there are some details, subtle ones, that reflect the artist's quirks. But if you look closely, you'll find that the finishings are a bit, more rigid in some areas. Well, that's because
Look out!
No, I'm just catching my breath. But where did these tacit discords come from?
Her emotions cause the painting's frequencies to fluctuate, attracting the monsters.
But she's not even here.
It's just, I'm not really sure why her mood is, reacting to us.
Maybe... could it be because I'm here? She did see what I could do with my resonance ability once. Ever since I saw her diary, I've been wondering. Maybe it was seeing my ability that inspired her to start creating those phantasms. Maybe that's why she began to lose herself in her. It seems like all those accumulated emotions just burst out whenever we get close to her or one of her paintings. It's all my fault. But more exiles from the art exchange. Watch out!
Surrender your save me, boss. Surrender your stuff. I can't believe it. Save me, boss.
You really think we'd let you just walk away after you destroyed our warehouses? Who exactly are you people? You don't look like you're patrollers. What do you want? If it's the paintings you're after, take as many as you want. We can always make new ones.
Forcing people to make copies like a factory line? It's disrespecting the creator's dignity.
It's just a couple of stones and trees on a piece of paper, for crying out loud. Even I could draw one with the flick of a wrist. Who cares if they're real or not? For the amount of paint and ink that goes into them, I'd even go so far as to say paying those painters 20 credits each is a ripoff.
How could you measure the value of creation in such a way?
Oh, so you're also here for the money. Look, name a figure. We'll pay double if it'll make you shut up. How does that sound? Take it and scram.
That's not what I meant.
Then what the hell do you want from me?
I want to expose everything to the public. Aside from reporting you to the patrollers, I want to let the public know about all the forgery and smuggling you've been doing. The way you coerce the painters and put their lives at risk for profit? I'll expose it all. Is something wrong? I can't remain silent about this any longer. This is the
You better think this through. The Shanyuan Art Exchange is not a group you want to cross.
I never painted for the Art Exchange's approval. If no one else dares to speak up, then I'll be the one to do it.
First, we keep these guys on close watch. Then, we need to catch them off guard. And the best way to do that is...
Well, that's quite the story. At best, this merely proves our involvement in the incident, yet the real culprit remains unknown. Your Allow me to remind you, she was the one who created those paintings, insisted on selling them, and concocted the entire terrifying incident. Do you honestly believe her paintings would have earned a single penny without my...
No. Mr. Baitsu, you're changing the subject.
How ungrateful. She ensnared us in this debacle, and now you dare to lay the blame at our feet.
But before we proceed, I wish to present this audio recording to the court.
Oh, Mr. Baitsu stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Mingyan's paintings to the Shanyuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint, and our order is gonna be late.
She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that mess?
Mingyan was initially only making copies. Everything changed after you stepped in. Trickery, misinformation, and later on even threats. She was led down the path. I do understand that if her own heart hadn't wavered, none of this would have happened. But there was already no turning back by the time she wanted to quit. So, saying she was the mastermind behind it all? That's just not fair.
Even so, how is forgery a valid accusation? Nothing like that was mentioned in your recording, now was it?
This evidence clearly shows that these paintings are no ordinary copies, but your way of making a profit.
There's no such thing as real or fake paintings. You're not fool. For it to be forgery, there has to be another original artist. These paintings are all the work of Mingyan, even if she made dozens of identical copies.
Mr. Baitsu, do you recognize this painting?
Well, of course. It's Serenity of Shehua Village, the work of the arcane artist.
Then can you tell the difference between this one and the others?
Of course. This piece possesses a lifelike quality unmatched by any other, all thanks to the resonance...
However, judging from these paintings, it seems Mingyang's ability never stabilized successfully. Except for this original piece.
What does this have to do with anything? Do you have solid evidence to prove the differences between... What you're saying is all speculation. There's no guarantee a painter won't make mistakes, is there?
Artists seeking perfection always choose the highest quality pigments for their most important pieces. During our investigation of the studio, I accidentally got paint on me and discovered something interesting about the materials used in these. The original paintings had pigments that were pure and brighter, able to blend more naturally and retain color for longer. In contrast, The forgeries used pigments made from mineral scraps. These don't hold up the same, smudging at the slightest touch. We can distinguish the real paintings from the fakes simply by
Doing so only proves the so-called original painting is created differently from the others. Are you implying that Mingyan is only allowed... How is this supposed to prove that we are behind the forgeries?
Because the original creator of Serenity and Shehua Village is me. When I was a child, painting was the only way I could express myself freely. Everything I did and didn't understand, it all flowed through the tip of my paintbrush. All that I saw lived within my paintings. Whatever I thought, I painted into reality. This power to turn fantasies into reality gradually caught the interest of many. Tales of the arcane artist spread far and wide. I took great joy in my skills improving. However, I discovered to my dismay that my parents were using my creations to turn a quick profit. They were sold at unbelievable prices. Some sought beauty in enchanted worlds, using the paintings as a distraction from reality. Others resorted to hellish nightmares to inflict torment upon those they desire. My own abilities had led my paintings astray. They were being exploited, and everything was spiraling out of control. After I realized this, I began to fear holding a brush. I tried to paint without relying on my abilities, but my parents scolded me for it. They called anything painted without using my abilities worthless. After the family business fell apart, my parents vanished without a trace. They may have left behind a considerable mess, but freedom has also been returned to my brush. Shihua Village was my first stop upon arriving in Jinzhou alone. Waters and mountains rest by the pain. Valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. A poem I wrote, inscribed on Serenity in Shihua Village. I know it's not that well written, but it's proof of my decision to stop everything I was doing. And that painting, well, it became the arcane artist's final piece of art. Ever since that day, paintings with special abilities gradually faded from everyone's minds. And I never used my abilities to paint again.
Well, that was certainly a touching story. But I'm afraid your words alone won't be enough to prove you created this painting.
Madame Juyao, to prove my statement, I request your permission to use and paint with one of these copies.
Granted.
Yes, Mingyang's experience has to create art that truly resonates. I must first the paintings I drew in the past. They were heartfelt creations, pieces of my life. It's not just about proving a single painting. If my forte is the cause behind all this, then I must take responsibility. I can't just let this go on.
It's okay. Just, I don't know, it just doesn't really
These
true.
paintings are really coming
What's
to life.
happening?
Why is the world inside this painting so distorted?
Spectacle is born from the mind. This place must be a manifestation of Ming Yang's mind when she created it.
Why? Wait, did you hear something? Did you?
I painted it exactly like hers.
That voice.
So why is everyone still praising her work?
It's all right. It's okay. She's gone now. Soon, I'll be an even better painter than she ever was!
Watch out!
You! It's you! I've already done everything I can! Why are you still better than me? Together we fight! I like shampoo. I should lead the way. Embrace the change. You were just lucky. If it weren't for your parents holding your hands, you'd never have what should be rightfully mine. A new technique. So good. Take flight, take form. Let it end. It's so easy. Witness the art's true form. A new technique.
No, I couldn't do it. Why? I perfected everything. It's all because of your abilities.
My abilities have nothing to do with it. You created masterpieces I wish came from me. Bold, free. I know art paintings have their differences, but the heart and soul we put into them are the same. You shouldn't see me as a model to follow. Only when you connect with your truest feelings can you create an exceptional piece of art. Wow, beautiful. Oh, I better put them away first. When I learned the truth, I was heartbroken. I believed that by sealing my forte, no one would get hurt because of my paintings. I never expected them to continue causing harm after all these years. But Rover's words made me realize something. It was never about the paintings themselves, but rather those who sought to use them to hurt others. Mr. Baitsu, you run a highly esteemed calligraphy and painting institution, yet you've suppressed the creative spirit and violated these. Everything they cherished has now become a tool for profit. The works they held dear are just tools for your gain, insulting to both the original artists and their imitators. Set before you is the original painting from many years ago, and the one I've just completed. Now, everything has been brought to light.
We received word from the Public Security Bureau 10 minutes ago that they have taken the exiles into custody and found the location where the paintings were hidden. Mr. Beitzer, do you have anything else to add to your defense? Very well. We will reevaluate Mingyan's charges, determine the Shangyun Art Exchange's involvement in the incident. This hearing is adjourned.
It's finally over. I didn't miss anything important, did I? Huh? No, not at all. I was just coming up with things to say as I went. My palms were sweating the whole— I definitely couldn't have done it if you weren't there with me. Thinking about the feeling when we were investigating the case to— What I meant to say is, back then, everything I said felt right. Like I could just be myself around you. Thank you for helping me through this. You helped me find the courage to believe the Shangyun Art Exchange is undergoing investigation. It'll be the end of their businesses. And the painters they coerced are— Thank you. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. I went to pay Mingyang a visit. After all, she was involved in all of— What do you think?
My commission started with her, plus you and I solved the case together. Why don't you come with me?
Is the commission over?
Yes. I already had it taken care of the day we found out the truth.
All right, let's go.
Quit the chit-chat. Tell me what you need and I'll make it for you, provided your descriptions.
Judge? Your injuries. The researchers have taken good care of me. A chat won't hurt. And you must be the rover. I heard about everything you did. Thank you for freeing me from those nightmares. You know what, Judge? You may seem soft and gentle on the outside, but if your boundaries are crossed, and I still owe you an apology. Forgive me, because I was so obsessed with wanting to be you. To be better. The pain of these injuries managed to put a stop to my obsession with imitating. Maybe I was never meant to.
I brought you a gift.
See? Only you can create a painting with such life. I still have a long way to go.
This is your painting. It's the one you gave me when we first met.
How ironic. I've been trying to imitate you for so many years that now—
Your paintings were never inferior to mine. Just look at this piece. Even you approve of Mingyang. I hope you can find your true self, whoever she is. I know.
Thank you for bringing me this painting. Really.
I think it's safe to say she'll give it some thought. During the few times we met, she was always passionate about discussing art with me. I think that fire inside her won't just fade away. Come to think of it, the deep discussions we had at the painting duels back then felt like true friendship. So, seeing her in so much pain, I don't want Mingyang to lose hope and have someone who loves painting so much just disappear. To be honest, I didn't just see this case through to correct mistakes or help the artists. Deep down, I didn't want— I wanted to tell you this back at the mine, but the words just didn't come out right. Thank you for being my friend and helping me through all of this, Rover.
While I have yet to uncover my past and who I am, every moment with you is a new and special memory. Thank you for your help, Jojo. This experience has helped me.
You seem to be pretty slow on the news. You've given me the courage to joke around. Well, let's take it slow for now.
Waria will come out once everyone's nicely in their seat. Plus, Encore is still waiting for a friend. Ah, there she is. Rover! Encore finally got to see you again. Encore was wondering if you'd come, and even had Cosmos and Cloudy go scouting for you. Encore wants you to come play with us and listen to our stories. Everyone was so busy the last time Encore's hearing Jinjo, we didn't even get to play together. But Encore won't let that happen again, cause Encore's here on vacation this time. Of course they do! Everyone at Black Shores is really nice. Even someone as busy as Alto gets to have them. Anyway, since we finally got some free time, I told Alto I wanted to visit some friends in Jinjo. Oh, but he just lay in his chair, bragged about how he has so much grown-up stuff to worry about, and was too busy for playtime. Poor grown-ups. They're always so busy. Well, too bad for Alto. All I could do was come here by myself with my stories and Alto's wallet. Right, let me introduce you to everyone. But I think most of them have heard about you already. Gather round, everyone. Encore presents to you Rover, savior of Jinjo, hero of heroes. Oh, really? So you're the big hero Encore was talking about. She said you took out that giant TD like this. Are you here for some stories, big hero? Yep! Encore stories are really fun! Last time we had one about a big bad wolf that can turn itself into mist!
Sounds a lot like Alto.
Oh, there's this other story about a golden-eyed kitty and his little birdie friend, the gray.
This one's about me and Yang Yang.
Uh-huh. There's plenty more of them. This time, Encore's got a whole new story. It's about the adventures of the Woolly Warrior. You'll love it. That's right. Adventures are the best. So, want to hear Encore's stories? If you enjoy stories, Rover, you might even get to go inside one. What do you say, Woolies?
Go inside a story. Is Encore using some kind of metaphor? Doesn't.
Great! Come! Encore's even saved a front row seat. All right, settle down, everyone. The story's about to start. Put your feet down. You heard Encore. I don't want to listen to some lame... All right, settle down, everyone. Is it about the gray birdie? We didn't get to finish it. Nope. Today's story will be about the Woolly Warrior and how the story begins in a land of boundless imagination, known as the legend says that deep within the kingdom's castle lies a magical gateway. Whoever passes through it can have any wish. To reach this gateway, you must first go over a great many obstacles. Yet, countless adventurers still choose to embark on this journey, for each holds before setting off on their quests. Fairy Cloudy will ask them, should you pass through this mythical gateway, you will be granted endless wealth and honor, along with a treasure trove of unforgettable memories. Now, answer me this. What drives you to venture on this risky journey? If you'd ask me, I'd choose wealth.
That way, I can buy all the star flakes I can eat.
I definitely choose honor. That way I'll be famous, and everyone would shout my name whenever they see me. Wherever.
What about you, brave adventurer? Do you seek riches or fame? Thus you shall accompany the merchants and travel across the high seas to Renacida. They say treasures fill its lands, and you'll gain a fortune beyond your wildest dreams. See? Everyone's wishes are different, which also makes their journeys unique. And among these people, there's a small adventurer that goes by the name of WuWa Warrior. When asked about her desires, she replies, I do not seek wealth or honor. Bah! Fairy Cloudy, greatly puzzled by this reply, goes on to ask, if you desire neither wealth nor honor, why do you choose to venture to the Gateway of Wishes? I have but one wish, to be reunited with my family. Fairy Cloudy nods in approval and offers her guidance to the little warrior. Very well. Then believe in my tale and close your eyes, little warrior and her companions. When you open your eyes, a brand new adventure shall unfold before you. Once we've completed this story together, your wishes will all be granted. So, does the WuWa Warrior's companion accept this invitation?
Where am I?
Hey, hey! Over here!
Is that Encore? I should go check it out.
You must be new to this place. Are you also searching for the Gateway of Wishes?
Gateway of Wishes? Looks like I'm inside Encore's story sub.
That's great! How about we team up? I have a wish I want to make too. Since it's your first time here, everything must feel strange to you. This is the WuWa Kingdom, a land filled with lots and lots of woolies. Look, you're in luck. I know this place like the back of my hand. I can be your tour guide. Yippee! Let's go! Fairy Cloudy told me that as long as we walk along this path, once we're there, I gotta make her tell us where all the treasure is hidden. Please don't hurt me! I'm just an ordinary box! Beware! This is where many woolly stories begin. And the story gets longer, so will the paths ahead. We might even come across broken bridges and stuff. Since we'll only be telling the beginning of the story this time. You're in for some surprises. Bah! Look at all these monsters. Let's beat them up. Oh, you're finally here. Those This is Cloudy Fairy. She gets scared pretty easily, but
She's even got all the settings prepared and everything.
So, you're searching for the Gateway of Wishes. All you need to do is follow this path and collect... Yes! The first relic is the Sword of Courage. To obtain it, you will have to face all of your next, the Shield of Faith. This is a tricky one, but so long as you believe in yourself, You'll find it eventually, and finally, the Wreath of Hope. A crown of flowers that can reflect a person's thoughts. Once you've gathered all 3 relics, the gate was perfect. Now that we have clues about the relics, all we need to do now is go through this door and we'll... Oh, thank you, Fairy Cloudy. Ah, you're very welcome, dear. Shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. Welcome back from the Woolly Kingdom. Yuppers! It's where all the Woolly stories begin. Cosmos and Cloudy's. With their help, Encore can even invite friends for a visit. But not everyone, though. The Woolly Kingdom won't welcome anyone who thinks the stories are You're different. You're one of Encore's best friends and have listened to my stories. So Encore wanted to give you a surprise. I know, right? You and I work great as a team. Encore really enjoys this story. In it, Woolly Warrior and her companions, Mom said that as long as you believe, the stories will give you strength. So whenever I think of them, and Encore wants to share this warm feeling with you. And because Encore loves to play an adventure with you, it's just that everyone was so busy last time. But this time, Encore's here on vacation. Curious about what happens next in the story, Rover? If you are, you should join Encore's adventure team. That way, we can go and find out its ending together. Sure, you can be captain, and Encore will be the vice. Now, for our first team assignment, let's go find out everyone's thoughts. The joys of the story should be shared with everyone. It's not just my... Once we know what the audience thinks, we'll know how to work on the story going forward. After all, it's the applause that makes for a curtain call. Okay, let's... Look! That girl by herself over there. Encore wonders what she thinks about... Hey! I saw you all by yourself over here. What's your...
I'm Ying.
Ying. Got it. This is Rover. She's the captain of team...
Yes. Hello. You're here to ask about my thoughts on the story?
Ask away! Encore...
Okay. Is it true that...
Yeah, it's what it says in the story.
I'd like you to see this.
Let me see. It's a map that looks like a lighthouse. And a giant rock. But Encore can't really tell exactly where it is. Whoa. You can tell just from that? Oh, there. An area on the map is circled out with a sword-shaped sign on it. Wait. Could this be a treasure map? That sign must be the Sword of Courage. Encore remembers that at some point of the story, the This map. Where did you find it?
It's from my mom. This map is a promise we made. Mom took me to a play one time. I remember in that play, the adventurers wanted to have their wishes come true. So with the Woolly Fairy's help, they set off to find the legendary relics. After watching it, I asked Mom all the time if these relics that could make wishes come true were real. But she was always busy with work as a ranger, so she wasn't home much. Then, one day, Mom gave me this treasure map. She said she got it from the Woolly Fairy. She told me next time she came back from work, she would go relic hunting with me, and that she wanted me to think hard
about what I'd wish for most once we I thought of a lot of wishes. I wanted to have all the stuff, but now I want to see my mom again. There are so many things I want to tell her. The grown-ups all said that Mom was on a mission somewhere far, far away. But I felt like they were hiding. I knew Mom was never coming home. But I just wanted to see her again. I told Dad about the map, and he just hugged me and didn't say anything. But when I heard your story, I was thinking, if it's all true,
Then you should join our team! Encore knows that grown-ups always say that kind of thing just to be nice. Most of them are okay. Encore's heard a lot of them before. So, Encore can tell what's real. Like this treasure map? It's 100% real.
You really think so?
Yup. Trust me. Since your mom left you this treasure map, then there's more reason we should. Plus, Rover and I are searching for an ending. Now, the clue to the ending is right in our hands. What do you say, Captain? Let's get this journey started! Team Wooly is ready to roll out. Objective, the 3 relics. I'm not really familiar with Jinzhou. Have you ever been to that place, Ying?
Yeah. Mom would sometimes take me on a field trip there. But she warned me not.
That's why she said she wanted to go with you together.
All right then, it's settled. Let's go. Got no...
According to the treasure map, the sword should be around here.
Why are there so many tic-tacs? Are they...
They look really angry.
No need to be afraid, Ying. We'll keep you safe. You probably don't know this, but Woolly Warrior once met a huge cat monster 100 times stronger than her, and she was so scared. That's right. But even so, because she had all of her friends behind her, she just like the situation we're in now. You can't let a few small teeth...
Let's make this quick, Encore. Leave it to me. Disperse. One with the sound.
Take 4.
You two were incredible.
You betcha! Wait till you see what else we can do. Am I right, Rover? We'll take on anything they chuck at us. Quick! Let's check and see if the sword's around here. Is that some kind of... Oh, it's a bit too high for Ying and me to reach.
I got it. Looks like we just need to...
Oh, there's another puzzle.
Was it not in the story before?
Well, random twists and moments do happen here and there. We're so high up. This is even higher than any of the climbing games Mom and I used to play.
Just keep looking ahead and it won't be as scary.
It's easy. Here, watch. So, is this...
It's the mountain chopping sword of courage.
The sword's actually made out of wood. And it's missing a small piece. Look, there's a letter.
What does it say?
My dear little warrior, right now, you must be thinking, what a plain-looking sword. How could this ordinary wooden sword possibly... Don't feel disappointed just yet. Think back on what you've been through. All the challenges you faced along the way. The waves under your feet felt so high to you. Yet still, you continued to climb the mountains every step of the way. And this seemingly ordinary
is the proof of your courage.
Yeah, that's what it says in the letter.
Did it also appear in other Woolly stories?
Anything else? Did the letter mention any clues about the next relic?
Yes. It goes on to say, "Oh, little warrior, your adventure to have your wishes come true? Courage alone is not enough. You need not look far, as the shield that symbolizes faith is buried right in a land covered in sand. Treasures may lay, or there may be nothing at all. A land covered in sand."
I know just the place.
Then let's go check it out. Sounds like it'll be a We're here! At long last, the brave adventurers reach their second destination. And thus, they start a hunt for the legendary Shield of Faith. On this, they say, only the bravest adventurers can find it, as it puts their will to the test. Yeah, that's the Yin can go left, Unkar will go right, and you can take care of the middle. If anyone finds anything interesting, show me, and we...
Okay.
remnants of the past. Wind guide me. Bingo. This has... Huh. There's a letter attached to it.
Well, did you find the shield? Way to go! I know who to call if I ever...
This should be the shield mentioned in the story.
It's also made of wood. But look how well made it is! With the sword of courage in one hand and the shield of faith in the other. The person who crafted this shield really knew their stuff. Time for clues about the next relic. The Wreath of Hope. Hurry! Ying! What does it say? Okay. Let's see here. It says... Congratulations again to you, my little warrior. Although the bulk of your efforts were in vain, you did not give up and continued searching. Hence, if you ever feel lost in the future, why not take a moment and ponder on the meaning? The firm belief in our hearts shall guide us through darkness until we reach the... Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how can you find the wreath of... Bring with you your wishes and proceed to the garden? The Garden of Promise. Oh, I think I might know where it is. Fantastic! Then that's our next stop.
Leave it to me.
This is it. This place, feels empty. There? It is now. But it used to be filled with irises. This is my mom's garden. She used to love flowers and would plant a lot of them before she left. She asked me to help look after it and said she'd come see it with me when she's back. I watered them every day, hoping they could bloom, but these flowers only bloom for a short time. Dad told me, "Don't be sad, sweetie. I understood that. But it always reminds me of my promise to Mom. I miss her so much." Now I see this shield and sword are all treasures that Mom left. And here, I think she probably wanted to make a wreath with me using those flowers. Oh, Ying. Thank you, Encore and Rover. Actually, when I saw Dad looking sad while holding the map, might have left this treasure map to play a game with me. Maybe it is like what the grown-ups say, the gateway of wishes, and I may never get to see her again, talk to her, and tell her how much I've grown. But Mom must have wanted to give me a surprise. I am happy. Because we managed to find... I'll definitely find a nice place to keep this sword. I think we should end our adventure here. Thank you.
Our captain hasn't announced the end of our adventure yet. And you're thinking about leaving already? Well, okay then. Let's call it a day right here. There's some stuff I need to wrap my head around too. I remember you asked me about the ending of the Woolly Warrior, right? Even though we finished finding the relics, Team Woolly's adventure goes on. There's still plenty of stories to tell. How about you come to Encore's story session
tomorrow? You mean right here?
Yeah. If you want to find out what happens to Team Woolly, come over and listen to the rest of the story.
Okay then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yup! See you tomorrow, Ying. Do you think this is a good ending to the story? After all, Ying got the treasures left by her mother. If this was a story, it would end something like this. In the end, the little warrior managed to collect all of the relics left by her. But Encore still feels like something's in this ending. She didn't even make it to the Gateway of Wishes, just like in the story of the Woolly Warrior. What do you think? Will the Woolly Warrior's wish come true in the end? If it comes true, then she should be able to see her family again. After such a wonderful and interesting adventure, she must have so much to say to them. But actually, there is no true ending to Woolly Warrior's story. Remember the play Ying told us about when she showed us the treasure map? Ying said she'd already forgotten what most of the play was about. All she could remember was that the hero had been searching for a legendary treasure to make their wishes come. I knew straight away that the treasure map wasn't for the... But it was a gift left to her by Ying's mother. Want to guess how I found out? Yeah, that play was about the Woolly Warrior's story. And I remember each and every part of it. Because that play was a gift from my mom. Now time for a story from Encore. In this story, there are no exciting adventures, no terrifying monsters. It didn't happen once upon a time, and it's not somewhere far, far away. Rather, it's in a little room. Every night there's a little girl. She plays games with her mother. Playing as the Woolly Warrior. Together, she and her mom create story after story about courage and hope. It also happens in a theater. Every day, the little girl sits below the stage. The curtain rises and the music plays. She watches her mother set everything up, bringing the Woolly Kingdom from the story into real life. Little by little, the Woolly Kingdom becomes real, and the Woolly Warrior sets off on her adventure. She first climbs the tallest mountain, looking for the legendary sword that can split mountains and seas. But it's really so the girl can prove how brave she is. The toolbox was actually on the tallest shelf.
The woolly warrior also searches every beach, looking high and low for the shield of faith that could brave any storm. Her house had many nooks and crannies after all. The raspberry candy her mom hid could be anywhere. Her mom recorded all the Woolly Warrior's adventures, so the Woolly Kingdom grew bigger and bigger, and the stories grew longer and longer. They even performed the play in many cities. But the little girl's mom got sicker. At the last show, just before the Woolly Warrior got the wreath of hope, the show ended, but there was no encore. Mom told me that once the applause starts at the final show of our tour, she'd take me onto the stage, but she collapsed before the play ended. I was so scared. I tried to come up with ways to make her feel better. Even at the time, I thought that if I stayed a good girl like the characters in the stories, but her illness got worse, she didn't get better, and the Gateway of Wishes never appeared. Encore didn't know what to do anymore. Mom just asked me to sit by her bed and tell her stories. So I told her about Warrior Cosmos, Fairy Cloudy, and many other things. She always smiled each time. It was right around that time when Cosmos and Cloudy appeared from the stories. Mom told me they're a part of life, and these stories will always be with me. After she left, Encore had to become the Woolly Warrior, going on adventures on her own, whether it was in the orphanage or with the Black Shores. Encore would write down with these stories. Mom will know what kind of adventures Encore had, and all the friends Encore made. Later on, Encore wanted to continue writing the Woolly Warrior story, but this time, it's a bit different from now she has her own friends. Friends that she can adventure together to find the Gateway of Wishes. Because finding that gateway is the only way she can tell all her stories to her mom. So, she knows how well she did. That's why. Yeah, she said she had a lot to say to her mother. Just like me. There's so much Encore wants to say, and so many stories that Encore wants Mom to hear. our time with Ying reminded me of all of that. Even though Woolly Warrior's story has no true ending, will Ying's be any different? Will she be able to make her wish come true? In the end, Ying said the adventure is over, and it's just a story. She said she was happy and satisfied with that. But she looked really, really sad. Encore knows how it feels. Just like how it used to be. No matter what Encore did, Mom wouldn't get any better. My stories were the only things that could make her feel happy. It was Mom who made me understand the power of stories. That's why after I went on this journey alone, Cosmos and Cloudy came out of the land of imagination. And it's why Encore told Ying that our adventure should not end like this. This story deserves a better ending. Oh, Rover. Agreed. But what should we do? Oh, there's no way we can bring Ying's mother back. I mean, the Gateway of Wishes doesn't actually exist in real life. In the story?
I remember Cloudy said that if you ever find yourself in a pickle in real life, you can always go back to the Woolly Kingdom to search for clues. You also mentioned that's where the Gateway of Wishes is hidden, right? And you've always wanted to finish writing the story of the Woolly Warrior. This means the final stage of the story should be set in some...
Encore sees what you mean. Encore could invite you and Ying into the Woolly Kingdom and go on a real adventure with me. But, the kingdom isn't some place you can go willy-nilly. Only those who believe in the kingdom can visit. We should make a wreath for her and let her know that our adventure is not over. Encore remembers it went something like this. The wreath is a crown of flowers that can reflect a person's thoughts. Never withers, forever. How are we gonna make it? You mean Verena? That's right! Verena loves flowers. Let's see if she has any ideas. Hi, Rover. Oh, Encore's here too. How's it been? Are you here to see the new blossoms? You'll have to wait a while. They're still a bit shy. Hey, Verena! Not exactly. We're here to ask you how we can make the Wreath of Hope. I see. You want to help finish the story Ying's mother left her and make her wish come true. But I don't know how to make such. According to the story, this wreath is made of various kinds of flowers. It can reflect a person's thoughts. The flowers that can reflect people's thoughts. The ones that I can think of are water lamps. These flowers emit a faint glow at night, and passers-by use them to guide their way. Or wintry bells. Wintry bells bloom in cold and snow. It can also be duvetches. Due to their sweetness, however, these flowers all bloom in different seasons. So it'll be hard to put them together, let alone have them blossom forever and never wither. Yeah, I remember you You created a Blake bloom for Rover that one time. That's a bit different. Flowers made with Forte are just artificial creations. They can easily break up without actual substance. It's not the same as life. Every life has its own journey, from blooming to withering, recording the feelings of every moment along the way. Feelings? Oh, I know! Since we can't really make a wreath of flowers exactly like the one in the story, we can make one using our feelings. Yeah, exactly. When me and Mom made wreaths, she'd always ask me to pick my favorite flowers. If I was feeling happy, I would choose a bright red flower since it made my heart feel warm. At this point, it really doesn't matter what kind of flower it is. All that matters is everyone's feelings. We should make a wreath and tell Ying our wishes to make our dreams come. I see what you mean. A wreath? With that, you can express yourself. That's right! Let's find flowers that can express our... When she sees the wreath, she'll definitely realize that the story of our tea... This way, we can all visit the Woolly Kingdom together. And maybe... Do you mind if I help? Once you've collected enough flowers, bring them to me. I'll help you weave them into a wreath. Great! Oh, thank you, Verena. Off we go! Check this one out, Cosmos. It's all gold. Have you found the flowers you want? Look how pink it is. You must have been in a really good mood when you picked... And these? These are... That's quite the selection, Encore. Have a look at this one. It's gold and shiny, and it matches the color Encore picked flowers that resemble everyone. If we put them together, they can represent our whole team. Oh, that's pretty special. I'm sure it'll look really nice once they're all together. Oh, one more thing, Verena. Can you leave a spot? Leave a spot? It's for Ying. We don't know what kind of flower represents Ying's feelings, so we should leave a spot. I've got it. I'll take it from here. Thank you so much, Verena. Rover, when the wreath is done, we can go tell Ying the rest of the story. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon. Rover, you're here! You're right on time. Encore has just... See this little stage? Cosmos and Cloudy helped me set it up. Pretty impressive. Cloudy says, right on! That's teamwork for ya! I know this is just a small stage for storytelling. I wanted to try the way Mom used to do it. She and I started the Woolly Warrior story after all. Besides, it'll be more fun this way. Encore wonders if Ying will show up today. We didn't really pinky promise.
Encore? Rover? Sorry for the wait. Thank you.
All right, now that Team Woolly's fully assembled, is everyone ready for the story?
Ready. At this stage.
This is the small stage Encore made for the play, where the warrior's adventure continues. Does anyone remember where we last left off?
Oh, I know. The Woolly Warrior was trying to find the 3 relics, but I'm not sure if she will find them or not.
That's right! The Woolly Warrior sets out to find the 3 relics. This time, she's not alone. She tries to climb to the top of the highest mountain. With the mountain being so high up, the waves raging below them, she nearly falls several times. But her friends manage to keep her steady. In the end, she obtains the legend. Later, she arrives at the beach filled with sand as far as the eye can see. She searches and searches, and all she can find are just some tiny. But with the help from her friends, the shield of faith is uncovered. Only the wreath remains.
Will she find it?
Unfortunately, no. After reaching the mythical sea of flowers, all the flowers have withered. No matter where she searches, the wreath of hope is nowhere to be found.
Just like us.
Yet, her companions want to finish this adventure for her. They gather flowers and weave their feelings into the shape of a crown. The pink flowers are meant to make her feel happy. The blue flowers are hopes that she will not be scared of any obstacles. This wreath brings together all the feelings and emotions of the companions during their adventure. Their gift to her.
And that is the moral of this story.
Her companions remark so. The wreath isn't fully completed. It's missing a very important flower. Ying, this wreath is missing the flower that represents your feelings and
my feelings. I know. It's missing an iris. I've always wanted Mom to see a garden full, but those irises have already withered.
What if we could find one?
Find one?
What if we could find an iris and the Gateway of Wishes? Will you want to
Of course. But I thought there was no such thing as the Gateway of Wishes. It only exists in the story?
That's right! Because stories aren't just stories when you believe in them, just like how it is now. With everyone's feelings combined into the wreath, it slowly turns into a door that leads to the deepest parts of the Woolly Kingdom. Inside, the irises continue. So, do you believe in it and choose to continue this adventure?
I believe.
Great! Off we...
Would you look at the sky? So this is the Woolly Kingdom.
Rover and I can be your guide. This story is gonna be longer than the last one. It looks like there'll be more puzzles to solve, and the door to make wishes should be in the deepest part. What are your orders, Captain?
Yes. I want to find the Gateway of Wishes.
Let's get going. can use that platform down there to fly across.
There's a puzzle.
Encore knows what to do. Encore played these with Mom before. All we need to do is match the patterns on the wall and it'll open a secret door. It's open! Great job, Rover. An airstream. We can use it to fly up. Are you sure? Looks like we've reached the end. That was fun. I'll have to tell Mom about it when I see her. It's another one of those puzzles. I know. Let's look around for clues. Wow! You solved it! There are so many monsters.
They're not stopping anything.
Yeah. Mom gave me this sword that can cut through anything. Take this! There has to be more, right? Woolies, let's race! More puzzles here. Those markings in the other room must be clues.
Sounds like an airstream too. Let's head back and check it out.
Are we flying again? Yay! Fly time! Time for Encore's aerial recon! Woolies, let's race! The wind is so strong! Is it taking us straight to the Gateway of Wish? What happened here? Don't worry. Stuff like this happens all the time. This means the story of the Woolly Kingdom is changing. But that's not it. Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. Monsters? I'm not scared. I have Mom's sword and shield with me. Ha! There has to be more, right? Oh. Finders keepers! Feeling stuck? Why don't we search around for clues? Woolies, let's race! almost there. After passing, maybe this door leads to the Gateway of Wishes. And now, the warriors will find out WuWa. Is everyone ready? Ready. I'll be able to see my mom. Right. Out of nowhere, a group of gold puffs appear. But they are no match against the mighty warriors. With the sword of courage in their hands, there's no fear holding them back as they slice through these monsters with ease. The monsters strike, but our shield stands strong. Now, our warriors know victory is ours. Iris is a mom's favorite. I want her to see it too. We should make our wish. Oh, yes. Look! Because of the brave warrior's wishes, the story has a happy ending. Your wish has come true. She can tell her everything now. Mom, there's so much I wanted to tell you. So many new stories you need to hear. Oh.
It's a very happy story.
Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. And just like that, the little warrior's wish has come true. Put in a perfect ending to this adventure so the warrior finally gets to meet her mother, telling her all this that the warrior's journey won't end here, as the path ahead. Encore, Rover, I finally got to see her. And we talked so much. I told her how much I've missed. I never thought I'd see her. So, I want you to have this. Yes. I know you still have more adventures ahead. So, I want to go back and tell my dad this story now. And tell him what my mother's... Be sure to share our story with everyone. I will. Goodbye. Time for another feedback session from the audience. What do you think of this story? Encore loves it. The woolly warrior finally fulfilled her wish, and she got to tell her mother all her stories about the companion she got to meet, who who she went on adventures with, defeating all kinds of monsters that stood in their way. Their search for the sword and shield as a team, and how they put together the wreath of... We've been to many places together, but there's so much more to go. These stories are an extension of life. They... Yeah, stories with happy endings. Yeah, Encore had never thought of such an ending when telling the Woolly Warrior story. I really enjoyed how it ended. The story of the Woolly Warrior's search for the relics is finished, and my vacation is about to end. It's time to head back to Black Shores. Well, we're kind of busy over there most of the year. No biggie. Even though this story is over, Encore will make sure to prepare a new adventure next time we... Let's be on the same team together. And you can still be the captain. Wanna do a pinky promise? I pinky promise that we'll write as many stories as we can together, as a team. Pinky promise.